Hi guys, and welcome to this video. My name is Dapo Willis. I'm the CEO of Western Sahara Group, and today I'm going to be talking about my trading strategy, the strategy that I use to build decent profits in the market, the strategy that I've used to build my company over the years. I've pretty much used Forex trading to build a group of companies. Right now we have 3 companies on the Western Sahara Group. And yeah, my trading strategy is very straightforward, very simple. I use 4 key technical tools, and if you just pay attention, you're gonna understand exactly how it is I trade. The 4 key technical tools that I use to develop my trading strategy. Now, I know this looks very cliche and basic and simple, but that's exactly what trading is about. So what do you have in front of you? First of all is price action, trend lines, support and resistance, and Fibonacci. So these 4 key technical tools are what I use to build my trading bias, and I have been very profitable so far. Now, moving on. For those of you who have been trading the longest, you already know what Japanese candlesticks are. I don't need to go over them again. Now, support and resistance, you already know what support and I'm going to quickly go over what my key technical tools are. You know, this for people who are just new to the market, and then I'm going to jump over straight to the trading strategy. So, support and resistance is basically these are levels in which the market tends to respect over and over again. Resistance is known as the price ceiling, in which when the price gets to the ceiling, it turns around and starts to fall back down. Support is known as like a bounce level, in which when the market touches it, we start to head back up. So as you can see, anytime the market hits resistance, it touches it, comes back down, hits support, comes back, goes back up, and so on and so forth. So also we've got trend lines. Now, trend lines is a very key part of my technical indicators, because all I simply do in my trend line is I just join the 2 most outer points, and I just basically let it slide. I just let it slide, and as you can see, it touches here, touches here, touches there. Now when I do understand my price action, for instance, let's say my price action is telling me that the market is bullish. Okay, what does bullish mean? Bullish simply means the market is in an uptrend. And you know what bearish means? Bearish means the market is in a downtrend. So once I'm able to identify the trend, I then bring out my trend line and I then plot it, as you can see, like so. Now what this helps me with is it just basically guarantees the fact that the market is still in an uptrend. Okay, so anything above this trend line simply means that the market is in an uptrend. Now, if we do break this upward trend line, then I know there's trouble. Then I know that the market is about to change in trend. You know, so that's what that's what the trend line basically helps me do. Now, moving on, I've got this really amazing guy in front of me. His name is Fibonacci. Now, Fibonacci is some mathematician from the early times. Okay, so this guy, you know, he has this mathematical formula that basically states that everything in life pretty much revolves around certain mathematical formulas, and he has been kind enough to, you know, write books about it. And we've also seen in the past that, you know, the market tends to respect these mathematical numbers. So after years and years of trading and research, I found out that the most important level in the Fibonacci sequence is actually the 50 Fibonacci level. As you can see here, this 50 Fibonacci level is very important. Now, how do I use the 50 Fibonacci level? Simply done by so. When the market tends to sell off, as you can see, from point A to point B, what I simply do is I draw my trend, my Fibonacci from swing high to swing low. Once I've done that, the market then pulls back into the 50 Fibonacci region. Then I'm always looking to sell. Not always looking to sell, but if the market is in a downtrend, it just gives me an extra confirmation that, yep, that's it, it's time to go south. Now, I've also got some earlier ways, but I'm not really going to be going into that at the moment. I'll just take you straight into, you know, what you're here for. You want to know how exactly do I buy, or how exactly do I sell, or what is the Alright guys, so what I have in front of me is It's basically a trade that is very, very dear to me. As you can see, this is a trade that I took in way back in 2014. Now you're probably wondering, why am I bringing back an old trade and talking about it? The reason I'm doing this is just because I want to use this trade to explain exactly what my strategy is and how exactly I perceive the market. Alright, so I'll just tell you a little story, okay? How I came about this trading strategy and how it has done absolute wonders for me over the past years. Okay, so it was 2014, and I was just sitting in the living room with my mom, and basically the news came on, and Bloomberg was talking about how the S&P 500 was collapsing, and obviously I changed to CNN to check if the same news was on CNN as well, and yes, everybody on Wall Street was in absolute panic. The Wall Street was or the S&P 500 was in some one way or the other retracing or collapsing, or however it is you decide to look at it. And I was like, wow, this doesn't look good. So what I did was I grabbed my laptop, opened up my charts, and what I saw on my charts really took me by surprise. Okay, so by the time I looked at my charts, I realized that as much as the market was collapsing in their own words, it was just simply retracing. Because you guys as traders remember that the market doesn't just move in one direction. Okay, it doesn't just move up. It moves up, comes down, moves up, comes down, moves up, comes down, and so on and so forth. And this just looked to me like a mere retracement. So the first thing I did, I brought out the four tools in my arsenal. Okay, price action, trend line, support and resistance, and Fibonacci. So the first thing I did was price action. I looked at this chart. I said, this market is making significant higher highs and higher lows, higher highs and higher lows, high highs and higher lows, high highs and higher lows. So what does that tell me? This market is in a bullish trend. Second thing I did was I brought out my trend line. Okay, I brought out my trend line and I plotted it really nicely. Okay. Third thing I did was I looked for the best area of support. Okay, so this area was resistance 1, resistance 2, resistance 3, and for those of you who've been trading the longest, once a level of resistance is broken, it automatically turns to support. So I did that, and the last but not the least thing in my toolbox is my Fibonacci tool. So I brought my Fibonacci tool and I plotted it from swing low to swing high. And ladies and gentlemen, it would surprise you to know that it actually came into some form of confluence in this blue box. I was like, wow. Now I feel justified in terms of my analysis, okay, because I have a confluence zone. So it's very possible that this market is just pulling back into this confluence zone before we head higher. And luckily for me, I was able to stick to my bias. I said, what, I'm not going to listen to the news. That just goes to show that the news, they just talk a lot of crap. Anyway, we'll get to that in a bit. Now, I just stuck to my bias, and I decided, and this is very, very important, especially for struggling traders, you need to stick to your bias. And what happened, ladies and gentlemen, I placed a buy order within this blue box that I highlighted very nicely here, and this is exactly what happened. Okay, fast forward 9 days later, actually 7 days later, the market came, picked up my buy order, and rallied all the way to the upside for a good 900 pips, 900 pips, guys. 900 freaking pips. Now, I don't know what kind of trader you are, but if you're a real trader, you definitely know that 900 pips is a lot of pips. Okay, guys, so that just goes to show that the news they talk are rubbish. Okay, in this market, the FX market, you want to be 100 or 95% technical. You want to leave the remaining 5% for obviously what's this thing called again? We want to leave it for policy decisions, interest rates. You want to leave it with people like Janet Yellen, Mario Draghi. They got the remaining 5% because whenever it is they speak, the market obviously tends to listen. However, I'm 95% technical, and as you can see, I made 900 pips on this move alone just by using price action, trend line, support, price actions, trend line, support, and Fibonacci. Okay, price action, trend lines, support, and Fibonacci. These 4 components are what put together this trade for me, and I was able to bank 900 pips. Now you're probably wondering, how much did I really make? Okay, how much did I really make? How much did I really make? Now, let's say hypothetically I had a £500 account size, okay, and I stake £2 a point. Okay, so that will be £2 a point multiplied by 900 pips. That will give you £1,800. Okay, now let's look on the bigger side. Okay, so imagine if my account size was £5,000 and I staked £20 per point. That would give me £18,000. Now I don't know where you are in this world, but £18,000 is a shitload of money. Okay, it's not a shitload of money, but it's a shitload of money. A lot of people work a whole year before they're able to see £18,000. Now you have to remember this period. I was in first year of uni. I just started trading 3 years ago, and I was like, wow. Now you're probably wondering, how much did I exactly make personally? Now, ladies and gentlemen, I staked £50 a point. £50 a point, ladies and gentlemen. I made 45 grand. £45,000 absolutely blew my mind. Like, you have to remember, I was first year in uni. I didn't really have that much cash and all of that. I just probably had about 9 grand in my trading account, and I flipped 9 grand into 45 grand. Now, I'm not asking you to go and double your account overnight, but I'm just telling you the power of listening to your technical tools and basically focusing on your trading bias. So, that's basically my trading strategy. I have these 4 key technical tools that help me, make my decisions, and they help me, position myself in such a way that I'm able to trade any market. And the good thing about this trading strategy is I'm able to trade any market, be it FX, stocks, and commodities. Yeah, I can trade oil, gold. I've used this strategy to trade so many, financial instruments across board. Okay, guys, so if you want to know more about my trading strategy, okay, comment below. If you think my video was helpful to you in any way or form, do comment below and say, thank you, Dabs, thanks for the video. You've given me another form of trading strategy. You give me another way to look at the market. Okay, and if you're also struggling now, this video is actually tailored to struggling traders. If you are struggling with your trading, send me an email. My email is dapperwillis@gmail.com. I'm gonna leave my email in the bio section, okay, the description of this video. Do send me an email, and I'll definitely be in touch with you, so we can at least have a one-to-one session, and I can show you exactly how it is I trade, and help you from inconsistent profitability. Now you have to remember, I've been trading this market for 8 years, so I've seen it all. Okay, so you have nothing to be ashamed about. If you're feeling ashamed, then use a different email. Send me an email. I want to help you out. I want to help you. All right, guys. Yeah, so I just wanted to quickly reintroduce myself. Okay, my name is Dapper Willis. I'm an FX trader. I'm a public speaker, and I'm also the CEO of Western Sahara Group. We've got Western Sahara FX and Willis Media, which is a digital marketing agency. Now, the point I wanted to make here is I wanted to quickly stress on the power of FX. Now, Forex has literally taken me from being an average kid into, speaking to people across the world, meeting up with, very, very wealthy people, influential people, just because of my ability to be able to predict the market. Now, ladies and gentlemen, this is me standing with the richest black man in the world. As you can see, both of us here. We're really friends now. Before, I always read about this guy in the newspaper. I used to watch him on TV. I was literally always glued to Bloomberg. But now, just because I'm able to trade, I mean, he flew to London, and I met up with him. Somewhere he was chilling with his friends and all that, and because I knew who he was, and I just literally walked up to him, and I just said to him, "Excuse me, sir, this is who I am. I trade the market and all that," and that's how we got talking. And on the long run, I was able to make him some money by giving him the best trade calls. He made a lot of money from it, literally millions of USD. And as you can see, us, we're smiling together. We're literally best of friends now. So that's the power of FX. FX will take you places that you can't believe is even possible. So that's why I want to encourage you guys. If you know you're struggling with the market, send me an email. Let's talk. Let's talk, because you don't want to allow your pride get in the way of your destiny. You don't want to allow pride affect your prosperity in life. Okay, and this is me once again giving a speech. I'm always talking. This is a group of my students. I'm asking one of my students to basically talk about what he learned here. This is me giving a speech. This is me giving another speech. This is me giving another speech. This is me giving an even bigger talk at Coventry University. This is obviously me. Obviously, I'm not in this picture, but this is an event that was hosted in honor of myself, and this is me giving another talk. So basically, ladies and gentlemen, you can see how FX has really changed my life. I mean, I'm not trying to show off or anything, but I've really enjoyed the journey, and it's been absolutely fantastic. So if you've enjoyed my trading strategy, this is exactly what my trading strategy has done for me. I might not be the richest guy. I'm not trying to portray a certain lifestyle. It just gives you a certain purpose in life, in the community, in the society. You can add value to people's lives and also to your bank account as well. So I encourage you to follow me on Instagram. My name is @Iam_Dapo. Subscribe to this channel, because I'm going to be giving away free content in terms of trade setups, and basically in terms of the way I perceive the market. So, alright, ladies and gentlemen, thanks for tuning in. Thanks for watching this video. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Alright, all the best and peace. Cheers and bye.